There's a certain kind of apology that doesn't come from guilt. It comes from fear, fear of conflict, fear of upsetting someone, fear of being misunderstood, fear of not being enough. And if you're honest, you've been apologizing for things that weren't even yours to carry. You've apologized for your emotions, your boundaries, your silence, your needs, even your existence. But you weren't born this way, you learned it. Tonight, we're going to understand why, not to blame yourself, but to finally free yourself. The apology reflex. There's a moment, maybe you've noticed it, someone's tone shifts, someone's face tightens, the room changes, and before your brain even catches up, you say it, sorry. Not because you did something wrong, but because you felt responsible for their reaction. This is the apology reflex. It shows up in conversations, in arguments, in everyday tiny moments. Bumping into someone at the store, asking a question, disagreeing softly, taking up just a little space. It's not a habit. It's a protection mechanism. You learned, somewhere along the years, that keeping the peace was safer than keeping your boundaries. When peace comes at a price, some people grow up in homes where love was conditional, where affection depended on your behavior, where safety depended on staying quiet, where anger was unpredictable, and it felt like your job to keep everyone calm. You weren't a child, you were a peacekeeper. So you learned early, if anything goes wrong, take the blame. If someone's upset, soften yourself. If someone's angry, apologize first, because apologies felt like shields. But the truth is, peace earned by shrinking yourself is not peace, it's survival. The fear of being too much. Maybe you've apologized for your needs, for your sadness, for asking a question, for speaking when someone else wanted silence, for being honest, for wanting reassurance. You say sorry so automatically that you forget you're allowed to exist without permission. This fear, the fear of being too much, comes from experiences where your emotions were treated as inconveniences, so you learn to dull them, hide them, or worse, apologize for feeling them. But you were never too much. You were simply too unheard. Over-responsibility and emotional burden. Some people apologize because they feel responsible for everything, everyone's mood, everyone's comfort, everyone's reactions. If someone is upset, you feel like it's your failure. If someone is disappointed, you feel like you caused it. If someone is distant, you feel like you deserve it. This is emotional over-responsibility. And it happens when others never took responsibility for themselves, so you stepped into the role. You became the emotional cushion, the fixer, the smoother of rough edges, but you can't carry what was never yours. Why you stay silent instead of assertive? People who apologize too much often struggle with assertiveness, not because they lack strength, but because they were never shown it was safe to express themselves. You were trained, subtly or loudly, to avoid conflict at all costs, so you became agreeable, accommodating, easy to manage, easy to handle. You don't want to inconvenience anyone, so you inconvenience yourself. You don't want to hurt anyone, so you carry the hurt alone. You don't want to lose anyone, so you lose pieces of yourself. But silence doesn't protect you, it erases you. Boundaries you were never taught. Apologizing is often a boundary problem, not because you don't deserve boundaries, but because you were never taught how to have them. Maybe when you tried to set boundaries, someone made you feel guilty or selfish or dramatic or ungrateful. So you learned it was easier to stay quiet, to bend, to give in. But boundaries aren't walls. They are clarity. They are self-respect. They are emotional oxygen, and you deserve to breathe. Healing, learning to stand without apologizing. Healing from over-apologizing doesn't start with a dramatic transformation. It starts with noticing. Noticing when the word sorry escapes your lips. Noticing when you shrink your emotions. Noticing when you blame yourself for someone else's reaction. Next, you replace the instinct. Instead of sorry for asking, try thank you for answering. Instead of sorry for feeling this way, try I'm allowed to feel this. Instead of sorry for bothering you, try do you have a moment? Small changes, gentle shifts, new neural pathways. You're not removing the word sorry. You're reclaiming your right to exist. Relearning your worth. If you apologize too much, it's because you were taught that your value was tied to your behavior. But you are not a burden. You are not the cause of every conflict. You are not responsible for everyone's comfort. Your presence is not something to apologize for. Your needs are not inconveniences. Your emotions are not disruptions. You are a human being with a pulse, a voice and value, worthy of understanding, space and respect. And you don't need to shrink to deserve love. The first real step forward. As you grow, you'll notice something. People who respected your boundaries will stay. People who relied on your guilt will resist. People who loved your softness will adapt. People who loved your silence will struggle. But the right people, the ones who see you, they will welcome the real you. The one who speaks, the one who feels, the one who sets boundaries, the one who doesn't apologize for simply existing. This is your beginning, your reclaiming, your truth. This is your reminder. You're not too much. You're not a problem. You're not responsible for everyone's emotions, and you don't need to apologize for taking up space. Your voice matters. Your presence matters. Your feelings matter. You matter. Let sorry return to what it was meant to be, a word of accountability, not a bandage for fear. From today forward, may you walk softer with yourself and stronger with your truth. You deserve a life where apologies are rare, because you finally understand your worth.